Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 28 of the regular season, where the Rangers lose 4-2 to the Colorado Avalanche. Speed run. This was another rough game. This was just a bad one to lose, if we're being honest with each other. This sucked. The Rangers lost this game, and it's rough. I'm not going to completely sink my teeth into them for this game, simply because it is a road game against one of the best teams in the National Hockey League. That's the only reason I'm not going to absolutely tear us to shreds tonight. That being said, I'm going to talk about that in a second. This was similar to the last game against Nashville. We got goalied by Darcy Kemper. There's no other way around it. He played an insane game. 26 of 27, or 26 of 28. He played really well. He completely goalied us. He was out of his mind. There were a few insane stops that he made, including the big one was the Kreider save. That is just insane. But the difference is we still scored twice. So it wasn't quite the goalying that we had against UC Saros. But unlike the Nashville game, where it's like, man, that sucks that we lost. We got goalied. But hey, you can hang your hat on the fact that the offense still played pretty darn well, put a lot of really high-quality shots on net. Georgiev allowed one goal. That's not bad. That's a winnable game easily. And the defense was a tight-knit ship. You don't get those positives with tonight's game. The defense was horrific. And no one defensively is excused from me saying that. The third pair was a turnstile. I believe Patrick Nemeth was on ice for 3 of the 4 goals. He looked bad. Shocker, shocker. He looked so bad he made not Patrick Nemeth, he is Patrick Nemeth. He made Hayek the Kayak look competent next to him. And that pairing is rough, and I'm going to be honest, I don't really care how you get rid of him. I want to see Zach Jones back up at the NHL level. He's having a very nice start to his season down in the AHL. Get him back up here. Him and Niles Lundqvist. Put them as the third pair. Here's the thing, right? If they're bad, at least they have upside. What's the upside with Patrick Nemeth and Labor Hayek? Where's the upside there opposed to Zach Jones and Niles Lundqvist? It's not a comparison. It needs to be those two. I'm begging you. And on the note of goaltending, however, I'm not mad at Georgiev whatsoever. I'm just not. You have the first goal, which was a defensive dismantling. The second goal was on a power play. The third goal, he had 3 players screening him, including Ryan Lindgren. And the fourth goal was Adam Fox completely blowing a play. I love Adam Fox dearly, but man, it was bad. It was not a good game defensively by any means. It was rough. Now, again, Colorado, great team, so that's why I'm not completely shredding us. Offensively, Ryan Strome had a beautiful tip-in on a beautiful feed from Adam Fox. Obligatory Adam Fox and Artemi Panarin points. Shocker, shocker. Ryan Strome had the power play goal, or not the tip-in goal. Was it on the power play? I feel like it was. So that's neato spaghetto for us, right? Cool. A little bit later on, the only other goal we scored was Gauthier in front, just pounding away at it. Gauthier, man, I know he's going to... That entire line just feels like they're so close. If they could get a little bit more time, I'd be very happy. Alexis Lafreniere kind of kept it alive for us there for a second. Beautiful. Just knocked the puck out of midair. That was a beautiful play. But it's just really hard for them to really get anything going on account that, they see no ice time. Tonight, Alexis Lafreniere, 11 and a half minutes, or 11 and 50. Gauthier had 9:30, and Hedl had 12. Which, granted, of those 3, I think Hedl is the lowest, but man, they're not getting much time. You'd like to see him get a little bit more. Especially when a guy like Patrick Nemeth is playing over 13 minutes. You might say, well, Weston, it's a little bit different because it's defensemen versus forwards. And I would say, I don't really care. If I were the head coach, and I know everyone likes to backseat head coach, I would just tell our top 2 pairs, so Fox, Lindy, Trouba, and Miller, to be like, guys, you got to get a lot of reps in today for stamina. You're going 30 each. And just yeet them onto the ice and see what happens. Because, man, that third pair right now is just looking really, really rough. It was just another bleh game, to be honest. It's, again, Avalanche, great team, Stanley Cup contenders. I'm not going to be upset. Now, that being said, here comes the asterisk. Tomorrow night, you're playing the Arizona Coyotes. I don't care that it's a back-to-back. I don't care that it's on the road. It's the Arizona Coyotes. They have 12 points this season. They are the worst team in the league. They are worse than the Canadiens by 3 points. For reference, the difference of 3 points is the same as the first-ranked Toronto Maple Leafs and the 7th-ranked Minnesota Wild. So there's a big gap between them, right? You have got to... I don't like putting this mandate on teams. You can't just go win against the Coyotes. You need to go salt the earth. You need to get the offense back on track. You need to get an easy layup for, I assume, Keith Kincaid, but just the goaltending in general. Let our defensemen get a nice game where they can shut a team down and just let the offense run wild. That you got to win that game. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. You're playing Arizona. You got to go win that game. And if you do lose that game, however, the video tomorrow night is going to be a lot more yelling and screamy. I can say that for certainty. Anyway, I hate that the last 2 Rangers videos have been kind of short one-takers, but there's just not a lot to talk about for the Rangers right now. Again, great start, and that's another reason why I'm not too angry right now, but man, these last 2 games have been stinkers. Tomorrow's important, and I will be here afterwards to talk about it, hopefully discussing a blowout win. That's all I have for this evening. Again, sorry that there's not much more to say. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.